What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? Girl, let's just get this review. I hope y'all this video out the way, and like life is really funny. It really is, and not necessarily in a good way because all this stuff like this week has just been it's been cool up until probably yesterday when we got the news about Breonna Taylor. And I just, on the one hand, listen, I just hope everybody had a good week besides that. There's protesting and stuff going on, which is of course was we knew was gonna happen. But um let's just get into this video. This video might not be that long. I didn't have that many topics, and to be quite honest, after, like, how do you find something, like, you try to be jovial, you try to bring the entertainment value as well as bringing the world news and stuff, and it's just so depressing sometimes. And dealing with life stuff or whatever, it's just be so depressing, like, god dang. But we'll get through it. So the first thing that we do want to talk about is, before we get to the Breonna Taylor, we have to say rest in peace to RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because that was the first news that we came out. Well, that first big news that came out of this week, or at the end of was it the weekend or the earlier this week? Either way, a few days ago came out that she passed away. She was 87 years old. I do remember her being hospitalized for complications or things that was concerning, not necessarily because at first people were scared because they thought, it was with the Miss Girl, but it wasn't Miss Girl. It was dealing with the cancer that she was dealing with. She had a little infection or something like that. Then she came out the hospital, and all I know is Ruth and everybody was trying to hope that, she would be able to hang on until a new president was elected. And unfortunately, that did not happen. She was just an icon. Okay. In her years of service on the Supreme Court, she became an icon. She became this figure that was just for equality, fighting for women, fighting for, everybody to have a chance, and just being an outstanding person. It's crazy. And then I seen the video of when Trump found out that she passed away. Like, we found out, the reporters had to tell him that he found that she passed away, and all he could say was, "She's an amazing woman. She's an amazing woman." And that's what kills me when I see clips of him talking about anybody or anything. He says the most remedial things, and of course, yeah, you can say, yeah, that was a good compliment or whatever, spur of the moment. But even when he got time to, prepare stuff, he tried to come off top of dome. I don't know if that's what he be trying to do, but it just sounds so remedial coming from him. And he repeats himself, and it just didn't feel like he really meant that. But, of course, this woman ain't even in the grave yet, ain't even in the ground yet. And of course, the Republicans want to fill her seat with another Republican court justice, Supreme Court justice nominee or whatever. And it's just so crazy how they got upset with Obama for trying to do that and blocked him for trying to do that. But now you're about to do it now at the end of your term, because he was at the end of his term and now you're at the end of your term. You don't know if you're going to get reelected or whatever. Lord help us if he gets reelected. I really hope that this country gets it right. Yes, he still got a group of people, a stronghold of people that, is for him. But still, with all the stuff that's going on, all the slick shit, all the shady shit, all the messed up stuff that's been going on, I hope the country gets it right this time. Okay. I don't know how we got on him. We was talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, notorious RBG. I just hope her family is, condolences and prayers to her. And, just I hope that she realized that she touched and affected a lot of lives in a positive way. in a positive way. And that's what her legacy will be. Okay. An outstanding, upstanding person. Um, Speaking on that, piggybacking off of that, and the Supreme Court Justice. So the Attorney General in the Breonna Taylor case, what's his name, Daniel Cameron or whatever the fuck, they said that he possibly is on the short list of one of the nominees to take her place. But then there's talk that Trump wants to put another woman in there. Who knows? Who knows? And when I say I brought him up because I'm about to talk about Breonna Taylor for a few minutes, my whole thing with that is after seeing the way things was going with this case, and before I knew who he was, I was trying to understand when all of this started coming to the light about Breonna Taylor and the whole situation and the fact that nothing had been done. And this was, during the protest for George Floyd. This was during the height of the protest. And then we finally realized who this Attorney General was. I kept hearing about the Attorney General. Kept hearing about what's taking him so long. And then I did my own background research. I looked him up for some reason and found out that he was a Republican. And not only, it's not bad to be a Republican because some Republicans do got sense. Okay, some Republicans don't go all the way with what Trump say. So it's no discrimination between that. It's the ones that blindly follow this man and can't think for themselves and, following and seeing that this is wrong, but they're still going to go for it. And he's a Trumpster. Okay, he's a fan of Trump. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures with him and doing all this stuff. And, he's one of those type of Republicans. So as soon as I realized what he was on and it started to click, it really started to click and make sense as to the reason why this case was going the way that it was going. Breonna Taylor was shot and killed, in March or April in her room while she was asleep. Her home was broken into. Her boyfriend had no idea who was in their house. Possibly could have thought that they was getting robbed. And I'm pretty sure he had the right to have that gun that was in his house, and he was defending his household. And so therefore he let off some shots. Okay? And they returned fire back. It was self-defense. Y'all had a no-knock warrant, okay? And you was looking for a suspect that was already locked up in jail. So, yeah, you probably was following the order of what was on that warrant, but, whoever put that address on there, they need to be held in responsibility, take responsibility as well, because they messed up. Unless the address was really different on there and y'all just really flubbed that up or y'all did this on your own, okay? The responsibility falls in a lot of people's hands. You tried to arrest her boyfriend and blame him for some stuff just because you got shot for busting into their home and it wasn't even the right address. Then you tried to make it seem like that this girl, further delaying the case, that this girl and the boyfriend, or possibly both of them, had some dealings with drugs. And, oh, she was a trap queen, or she was this and that. I've heard it all. All this stuff. And this is from black people that's trying to say this too. Okay? Trying to make excuses as to the reason why her home was invaded. And they failed to realize and to skip over the part where they got the wrong house. The suspect that they were looking for was already in jail. Okay? They failed to, they skipped over that. They failed to mention that. And they go straight to the assuming that she had to have some dealings with drug stuff and whatever. Tried to get an ex-boyfriend who, I guess was in a life or whatever. I don't know what he was doing, but I guess he was facing some time too. Tried to get him to turn on her, but it didn't work, And to lie, not necessarily turn on her, but to lie about her and saying that she did this and did that. And he said, no, you're pulling all these stunts just to avoid bringing up charges against the officers that came into her home and who shot her and did nothing. Unjustly shot this woman. Okay? And, you're doing all of this. You're carrying this out. Protests are going. Hashtags are going. Celebrities are getting involved. You trying to make it seem like you're big and bad. Oh, ain't no celebrities finna pressure me to do this. Ain't nobody finna pressure me to do that. Or whatever. That's the stance that the Attorney General has been given. Okay? And he even said something like that in the press conference that he gave yesterday too. Okay? Yeah, we trying to put the pressure on you to do the right thing. And my whole thing is this. I know we got to stick to the law, but sometimes that human part of us have to come out and we have to understand and see that some things just aren't right. And we have to make a decision accordingly to that, okay? Because this just isn't right. You know, this woman lost her life for what? An accident. Nobody has come out and apologized and said it was an accident. We didn't mean it. Even if you would have said something like that, damn, people probably will feel a little bit. We'll still be hurt, but at least we feel like somebody's taking some type of accountability. But nobody, at least I haven't heard nobody come out and say it was an accident. They're sorry. It shouldn't have happened. And they're not going to say that. They're not going to say that. So I get to work 2 days ago. Actually, no, yeah. It was Monday. It was Monday when I was at work. My company, my job sent out the email saying that basically one day this week we supposed to be getting, they supposed to be coming down with the verdict from the grand jury with the Breonna Taylor case, and we're gonna be preparing for things that could possibly happen and hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. That's basically what was going on. Okay, mind you, I'm in Chicago. I'm in Chicago. So if they're doing this in Chicago, imagine what they was doing over there in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, I'm looking on Twitter, and then like the next day, I see them talking about they boarding up the government buildings and stuff or whatever down there in Louisville because they waiting on this verdict. And ever since I heard that and sending out that, and from them in Louisville, I knew what the verdict was going to be. I already knew no justice was going to be served. And sure enough, they came out yesterday and basically said that the two officers won't be charged with anything. One officer named Brett Hankinson, Hankinson, he's only been charged with 3 felonies of wanton endangerment. I don't know if they felonies or whatever, but they indicted him on that. And wanton endangerment, basically, for the bullets that did not hit Breonna. He is not charged for Breonna's murder. He is not charged for breaking into the house. He is not charged for anything else. He is charged for bullets that could have possibly hit the neighbors next door or people coming past. That is what he's charged with. That is what the wanton endangerment is about. Baby, that was the first time I have ever heard, out of all the charges that I've ever heard somebody get charged with, throughout my years and being on here talking about, different cases and stuff. That was the first time I ever heard something like that. And I said, you have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. So you mean to tell me that you guys care more so about the people that are around her that did not get hurt instead of the actual victim who got killed in this situation? It would have been cool and fine if you would have said, I'm going to charge him with this wanton endangerment. I hope I'm saying it right. In conjunction to another charge of manslaughter, or because they're not going to do first degree, they're not going to do second degree, like some type of murder. That's what they should have did. But no, we're not going to charge you with that. We're just going to give you these 3 charges, okay? And, with this charge, one charge, it 1 to 5 years. That's what it goes up to. So it's a possibility if he gets the maximum, he can get 15 years in jail. But you still will not be going to jail for the killing of Breonna Taylor. You will be going to jail for the possibility that you could have hit neighbors in bullets that went into other people's apartment. That could have happened. That's what you're going to jail for. I'm sitting here like, are you serious? Mind you, I knew it was gonna be some bullshit, but I didn't know it was gonna be this type of bullshit. Okay, like I would have just felt like, damn, just might as well just said we ain't charging him with nothing. And then you, to add more insult to injury, you're saying he's gonna be taken in, arrested or whatever with $15,000 bond. I kid you not. It's just, are you serious? Like, they really played in our face. They really played in our face, and they just don't give a damn. So you as the city, and then I had somebody who, black guy at that, who was basically like, I don't know why y'all acting surprised or whatever. The family took the $12 million settlement and all this shit or whatever. So why you acting surprised that this happened and all this stuff and whatever? Woo woo woo. Basically trying to say, well, they shouldn't have took the money and maybe it would have went somewhere else. Or and then trying to say, well, this ain't the first black person that did this that then got killed or got hurt by the cops or whatever. Since when did you see it's other people that been hit by the cops or whatever? Did we see them get arrested and stuff like that? Did we see any cops, anything happen with any cops? Yeah, we have a history. Okay, there is a history of black people getting killed and getting injured or whatever by the cops unjustly and nothing happened to them. And then there are a very minute, small portion that has had something to happen. Okay, they have had gotten jail time. I believe it was the Walter Scott case. When they shot that man in his back as he was running away. Okay, and they caught that shit on film. I think the officer with the Oscar, goddamn, in the Fruitvale station, him. I wish I could Oscar's. God damn it, I can't remember his name, but I know it's Oscar something. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The white cop, okay, that did what he did. He went to jail, all right? But at the same time, you saying this like we don't know, and as if that's supposed to alleviate the fact that we are hurt. As if we know the history. We know that there has been many cops that has gone clean and gone about their lives and lived their life to do whatever it is that they want to do after they then took a life, a black life at that, a minority life too, yeah, we know that, but that doesn't mean that we don't have the right or we can't feel or be living in that and feel the effect of it and feel hurt and express that. So what did you bring that up for? I had to mute that person because, they're a follower, so they probably see this. And if you think I'm talking about you, yes, I am. I'm just not going to put your name out there. I just didn't want to go back and forth, so I just shut up. I just let everybody else do what they had to do to it because they did, And then the whole thing with the settlement, that was a civil lawsuit. You do know that that's different from a criminal, okay? In most cases, especially high-profile cases like this, if they don't get them in the criminal part, they get them in the lawsuit, in the civil part. Okay, so that was going to happen. The civil, settlement or whatever, that was going to happen regardless. That's just like with the O.J. Simpson trial. They went and did a criminal trial for him. He was found not guilty in his trial. But in the civil trial, he was found guilty. He was found guilty or responsible for what happened, led up to what happened. He had some responsibility in that, and once they did, he didn't get no jail time. I don't believe you get jail time when you do civil stuff. It's for money. All the city can do is offer money, and he owes that family money that he has yet to pay out. Now we got to see if the city really gonna pay this money to Breonna Taylor family. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to show you that that you took responsibility. Well, you didn't take responsibility, but you played a hand in this woman's death. You are responsible, but yet you can't find the people guilty in the criminal aspect, but yet you found them responsible to a certain extent to the fact that you're going to give them $12 million in a civil aspect of it. That's messed up. That's messed up. And to see them videos of them people out there crying and, girl, they ready. They protesting. I said, do what you got to do. And people like, no, just keep it peaceful. We tired of keeping shit peaceful. Peaceful is getting us where, baby? Where is it getting us? And to be quite honest, everything that we doing is getting us where? It's getting us where? Because look at what this is happening. And then Trump trying to get another, oh my God. They trying to it's so frustrating. I got a headache. That's what I meant to take some pills before I set my ass down. It is so frustrating to have to deal with this and to live through this and go through this. But I feel so sorry for the family. I feel sorry for anybody that ever had to feel or go through anything like this. You guys tell me how you feel. Put your thoughts down in the comments. It's like you knew it wasn't going to happen, but it still pisses you off just as amount of same. And then what makes me even more mad today, let's just go ahead and get into the entertainment. I'm sorry, because I gotta juice this up a little bit because it's getting me down. let's just go. Since I'm talking about Breonna Taylor and I'm talking about that shit, women getting, especially black women getting, disrespected, okay, and not getting the justice that they deserve. All right, listen, Tory fucking Lanez, nigga, you got some balls on your ass, okay? Your balls must be as big as how big your head is, okay? Because who the fuck are you? First of all, there was Complex, the Twitter account Complex, for Complex Magazine, all that stuff, hip hop shit, comes out with tweets out this whole little portion of, I guess, a little interview or something that they did with T.I. First of all, when can you put down in the comments, if you don't fuck with T.I., put down in the comments, when did it start? When did he start becoming unbearable to you? Because just about everything that he says to me these days, he's up there with Kanye. Okay, like, shut up. Just shut up. He gives his little 2 cents on this Megan Thee Stallion stuff. We already seen when Megan first came out and she said that, Tory shot her. Okay. And he offered his stuff like, man, that's crazy. I mean, if that's what she said happened. And the way that he was saying it was like, we still got to see his side type of shit. What side, girl? We don't need to see his side. We don't need to hear his side. Okay? He puts out in this quote talking about something. He spoke to Tory, and Tory said that it didn't happen the way that it's presented. Okay? But he can't really speak on it right now. And I'm sitting here like, so T.I., shut up. We ain't asked you to say nothing or whatever. We ain't asked you to play mediator. We ain't asked you for nothing. You could have kept that to yourself. That comes out. I synced that today. And it was like 5 minutes after I synced that. Next thing you know, Tory Lanez out of nowhere, who has been silent for months, ever since this incident happened. This happened right at the beginning of the summer, towards the end of the spring. Right at the beginning, in that area. All of a sudden, you tweet to my fans, I'm sorry for my silence, but respectfully, I got time today, 9 p.m. Eastern or something like that. So I guess he gonna go live or whatever and try to give his side of this story or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, read the fucking room, Tory goddamn Lanez. Yes, you probably want to give your side of shit, but you should have gave your side of shit months ago. You let the whole summer go past without you saying anything. I don't care if you was in any type of investigation or whatever, people around you saying stuff, people in your camp saying stuff, but you not saying nothing. And then you wait until the day after Black America especially, got the verdict that this black woman who was unjustly killed, who was not given the respect that she deserved, who was shot. You want to come out the next day to give your side of the story about you allegedly shooting another black woman? Sir, who was your PR? Who told you that that was a good idea? Bitch, if that's the case, you could have stayed quiet for another week and let this shit with Breonna Taylor die down. Because we finna be pissed. Okay? We don't even give a, like, sir, unless you got photo evidence and a video or whatever of everything that took place up in that car, and you come out and you say that, no, it wasn't my hand that pulled the trigger. What defense do you really need? What defense do you really need? Like, I mean, I understand people want to defend themselves, but baby, that opportunity and that time frame has passed, bitch. We trying to move on from it. Like, that, the day after, read the fucking room, okay? Your PR needs to be fired if you do have one. Like, you could have waited another week or so and let this shit die down because it just don't look right. Optics don't look right, okay? It's not been looking right in your favor this whole time. And I don't even feel like whatever it is that he comes out and say is gonna look right either way. Girl, truth be told, let me see if he on. I ain't even finna go to his shit because I already unfollowed him on some stuff because I just can't. I don't see nobody talking about it, so whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Wendy Williams, her new season, I guess her show started back this week. Baby, she got a little bit of binge drama going on. Okay? Y'all be talking about Wendy's, but Wendy's, she keeping her man up in there. Now she got some drama with her DJs or whatever. She got a new DJ Booth used to be her DJ. Do out her show. And for this new season, I guess he got replaced by somebody else. And they said that it's possibly because of the relationship that he had with, alleged relationship that he was supposedly having with Wendy at one point in time. But he put out a little video talking about he finna spill the beans. Okay, no, I ain't finna spill the tea. I got to spill the coffee. I said, sir, hush, okay? We don't need to know all that at this point. Like, let it go. You got fired, you got replaced. It is what it is. Take it. Unless it was unjust, take that shit and just keep rolling, okay? Go get you another gig, okay? I mean, everybody should know you shouldn't fuck the boss, but and if that is what happened and when you fight him because of that, that's messed up and you should get some consequences too, okay? But other than, if it's not, sir, just take your take your things and go. Okay? Take your things and go. Moving on from that. The Brat. First, Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray, sweetie, tell me how y'all feel about this. I know this probably gonna get y'all up in the jump in pennies in a bunch or something. Y'all probably gonna light the comments up on this. But Lisa Ray was on Fox Soul or whatever with her, Vivica Fox, and I think Claudia Jordan or whatever. They little show that they do on the internet talking about the Andrew Gillum case and, interview that he did and him coming out saying that he was bisexual. And basically, Lisa Ray was like, no. Okay, she truly don't believe that, men can be bisexual. That's what I got from it. She don't believe that men can be bisexual, and that's just them saying that they halfway gay to fix the situation or whatever, instead of just going ahead and saying that they gay. They need to be outed, shit like that. Let me see if I get it right. And people in marriages and boyfriends and husbands or whatever, the wife and girlfriend or whatever, need to do like this finger test to test and see if the man is homosexual or not, is gay or not. Try to put the finger in the booty or try to put the finger next to it or something like that. And I'm sitting here like, that makes me mad, because there are a lot of double standards that goes on, and this is a double standard. It is okay for a woman to be bisexual. Mind you, the Brat literally just, and that's why I brought this up, because the Brat, if you don't know, Lisa Ray and the Brat are sisters, okay? And so the Brat was doing this little interview or whatever. I seen the video clip or whatever. She was talking to Candy, and she was just talking about her past relationships and stuff like that. And what she would classify herself as. She don't classify herself as being a lesbian. She's bisexual. Understandable. And she's had a relationship with men and women. One of the notable men that she's been in a relationship with, Allen Iverson. Okay? And they was in a real relationship. Understandable. Nobody would ever say, well, no, if you messed around with a man, if you messed around with a girl, even though you've been with a man, you gay, you a lesbian, you 100% a lesbian. When it comes to women, no, they can be bisexual, but let it become a man, and they say that they're attracted to both, they're sexually attracted to both sex, or they're pansexual or whatever. No, you're gay. You're gay. No, it don't work like that. Okay, bisexuality does not mean that it can only go to one particular gender, okay, or one particular person, one particular sex. No, it's for both. Just say that you would not, because of whatever your own reason, you would not, as a woman, because it's a lot of women that would not date a man or be with a man or comfortable with a man because they're not comfortable with themselves. And that's something that they have to work with themselves. Okay, they're not comfortable with the fact of knowing that their man is attracted to another man or has had sex with another man, even though they said that they're bisexual, which I get, because it's some lesbians who would not date bisexual women. It is. And I will sit here and tell you this. I was one of those. I would not I would not date a bisexual woman, because, it's like, it was like in my mind, it's like, so you can fuck around, and what if you cheat on me with a man? I'm gonna feel some type of way about that. Then that's gonna make me feel like, damn, so what was I? You know what I'm saying? So basically I can't do for you what he can do for you or whatever. You know, it's one of those type of mentality. I had to get myself up out of that. And truth be told, most of the women that attracts to me are bisexual women with kids, girl. You know, the shit that I was up against. Okay, so I had to get myself up out of that, and I'm like, you know what? That's wrong. I had to look into myself and say, you know, why do I feel that way? And yes, I understand people have a preference, but then sometimes when these women, a lot of it's biphobia. Okay, it's strong. Okay, some women can't even tell you, or people can't even tell you the exact real reason why they will not have a bisexual relationship. But I understand if you don't, like, you don't have to, but you ain't got to be fucking rude about it. You ain't got to be so fucking negative about it. You ain't got to be so fucking discriminatory about it. It's just a way that you can go about it that comes across and be like, okay, I get it. I understand. That's fine. The way that Lisa Ray came off, it was just like, ugh, like you was disgusted. And I'm like, why? Why? Why do that? But then you're okay with you ain't having the same reaction to the fact that your sister is bisexual. She's been with men and female women. I should say she's engaged to a woman right now. And just because she's engaged to a woman, I would not call her a lesbian. You know, I used to call her a lesbian or whatever because I used to think that she was a lesbian. I thought she was a stud lesbian. And she not. She's bisexual. She came out. She said that she's bisexual. So therefore, that's what I will call her and refer to her as. She is a bisexual woman. She likes men and women. Okay. She just so happened to be in love with a woman at this time, and she is getting engaged, and she's about to marry this woman. All right. And that's how you're supposed to look at it. Ain't no trying to decipher, well, if this and no, that's what it is. Take their word for it. Okay. You know, and I understand some people be out here false flagging or whatever, so I get that. But come on, come on. But men can be bisexual, okay? Don't debate that part. Men can be bisexual and women can be bisexual. Bisexuality is not just for women. It's for both, okay? Just put that out there. Moving on from that, the FBI update Jerry Harris from the Cheer program on Netflix, Cheer show that I told you about. Gay guy, 21 years old, being charged with soliciting minors, boys, to do explicit things, you know, videos, photos, and communication and stuff like that. And so he was getting sued by a couple of twins or whatever. They were like 13, 14 years old for $1 million. And the FBI raided his place or whatever to get some evidence. And obviously, they are now putting together a force to find more victims because they feel like there are more victims. And I think that he even claimed that had admit that there are many, that many of the allegations against him are true. And that there are possibly more victims, at least 10 to 15 other individuals that he knew were minors. At this point, lock his ass up and give him the maximum. Because if he really did admit that he knew that they were minors and he went after them anyway, lock his ass up. He's a fucking predator. He's playing into a fucking stereotype that I cannot stand by. And just give him the maximum. Give him the maximum. Okay? Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Let me tell you something. Because you won't get me. You won't get me. I don't understand what it is to appeal to people about children and minors and teens or whatever. I don't get that. That pre-pubescent stuff, that I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay? Nothing about that is a turn on. But I don't understand why it is for other people, some people, that it is. Case in point. And you have to be careful. Because I know these days, some of these people, some of these teenagers especially, they be out here like 13, 14, 15 on up, looking like grown women, looking like grown men. But you have to understand that just because they may look grown, they are not grown. They're still underage, and you need to go somewhere else, okay? That's what you need to go. And let me tell you what's a trap. I signed up for TikTok, okay? I told y'all that. I go on TikTok. And I don't know how I automatically like knew that a bitch was gay. Okay, like bitch like girls, you know, I'm lesbian or whatever. So my TikTok was just filled with a whole bunch of lesbian stuff. Fine, I'm fine with that. You know, I wish my timeline could be like that on Instagram and Twitter too, because I need more gay interaction, more lesbian interaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking applications and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Lesbian, bisexual, you know, women who love women, you know, and stuff like that. I'm putting out applications and, you know, just chill time and stuff like that. But, you know, y'all bitches ain't biting. I shouldn't even call you bitches, okay? But that was rude. You women ain't biting, so I guess I'm ugly and I'm just not your type. So, you know, whatever. I feel away, but okay. Get on TikTok. Oh, she cute. Damn, she cute. Okay, she fine as fuck. Go to their page. 16, 17, 18, 9. I said, oh, hell no. Block, 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 block. I can't. Nope, nope, nope. Looking grown as shit, talking grown as shit, doing all this grown stuff. And I'm like, see, that's how motherfuckers get caught up. And people will still try to holler. No, baby, that's jail bait. You block that shit and you keep it fucking rolling, okay, bitch? You know, if they anything that says teen at the end of it, bitch, don't fuck with that. Okay? Especially, what do you want with that? You know, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. I would never understand the appeal. Okay, yeah, just because somebody may look grown don't mean that they grown. And especially, and still too, just because somebody a certain age, that don't mean that they mentally all the way there either. Or I should say mature. Like, it's not there. Like, keep it moving. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Nicole Young. Girl, I'm so tired of talking about Dr. Dre and his wife. Girl, every freaking week is something new that pops up. Okay, this week, it's a record label or whatever that's trying to say that Nicole had embezzled from a record account. You know, that she had no authority to be even having access to. She took 300. She drained it of $353,000, and then withdrew another $30,000 plus money from the account. I said, what is happening? Now they're trying to take legal action against her. She accused Dr. Dre of having assets, assets. There you go. Girl, ASSET. I'm tired. I have a headache and I can't pronounce my words right now. My tongue is getting thick because it's time for me to go to fuck the bed. But girl, he out here hiding his stuff. Okay. And I'm just sitting here like, why do we need to know this? Why do we need to know this? Because we not picking side. I am not on Dr. Dre's side and I am not on her side. Girl, you do what you was getting into when you got with that man. And Dr. Dre, you knew what would have happened if you got a divorce from this girl. So listen, it is what it is. Split that shit up and let's just fucking go away. Ray J, he up here talking about some, you know, I think The Real came back. I seen a clip on the Shade Room where he was talking about, they was asking him, you know, how do he feel about him filing divorce, and do you think that he probably did it too hastily or whatever? And at this point, it's like he's open to like dropping the suit and going to marriage counseling or whatever. Then I seen this other clip where somebody asked Princess, and she was like, nah, she good with being by herself right now. For now, she needs to be by herself. Listen, Princess, if you take that boy back, you dumber than I thought you already were. Okay? You was dumb in the first place for getting with him. Excuse me. Uh, knowing his history, knowing how much of a hoe he was, and then having kids with him, that's fine, okay? Some hoes do reform, but he never did, you know? But this man humiliated you by filing divorce and you finding out on the internet when everybody else did. Now, if you take him back after that, girl, whatever happens, that's what you gonna have to deal with and deserve. Moving on from that, Vanessa Bryant, you know, she's out here about to sue, I believe the LAPD or whatever, who was in charge of her husband's case and her daughter's case when they had their unfortunate accident. And suing simple fact that they were taking pictures and people were showing them around, and one of the officers or whatever was using it to try to impress girls and stuff like that, taking personal pictures on their personal phones and stuff like that. Sue the shit out of them, okay? Sue them for everything that you got, Vanessa. Do that. And then she dealing with that. This lady is still grieving the death of her husband and her child. And her mama got the nerve to get up here doing interviews talking about some Vanessa and kicked her out the house and took the cars and stuff away. Vanessa came out and said, we not finna do that. What we not gonna do and what I'm not gonna do is play into you and whatever this is that you're trying to do, because I've been nothing but good to you. You ain't even been concerned to asking me how I've been doing ever since my husband and my child has gone. And you want the first thing that you want to do is get up on here talking about something I kicked you out. That's not what you're gonna do. You're not gonna ruin my good name right about now. I said, Vanessa, I know that's right. I know that's right. People will take your moment of grief and your downtime when you already at your lows to try to keep you even lower. And it hurts worse when it's a family member. And it hurts worse when it's somebody like your mother or your father or your sister or your brother. Someone that's that close. That is crazy. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. The baby is being sued by that hotel employee out there in Beverly Hills. Remember when we did the story about, and this was the one I was actually didn't have an issue with. This employee wanted to take a picture or whatever of the baby, and he was trying to get his stuff and get into the hotel, but he had his child with him. He had his daughter with him, and he told him no. The employee, he didn't want him recording the daughter. He didn't want none of that stuff or whatever. So the employee still took it upon himself to try to take a Snapchat or whatever, and the baby got pissed off, told him to delete it, popped his ass or whatever. Maybe he should have kept his hand to himself. Okay, I'll give you that. But the employee, you was in the wrong. Had you not did what you did, you probably wouldn't have got the fist to your face. Okay? Actions have consequences, and that was your consequence. Now you want to sue this man. You're only suing this man because he got money. That's it. That's it. But you were wrong. So, free the baby. Congratulations to the Emmy winner, the Black Emmy winners. I didn't watch, but I saw the clips. Regina Bell, girl, that's the singer, girl, and she bombed too. She bombs here too. If y'all ain't never heard Regina Bell, go into her catalog. Whew, a voice. She don't get that much praise like she should, okay? But Regina King is the one that won the Oscar for Watchmen. And what's his name? Is it Yaya? The one who played Mr. Manhattan, okay, who gonna be playing in Candyman. He won too, okay, for Watchmen. Watchmen won some awards. Schitt's Creek won a whole bunch of awards. Zendaya won an award for Best lead actress in a drama, the second Black woman next to Viola Davis to win it ever, for Euphoria, which is, let me tell you something. If you have not seen Euphoria, you got time to go catch up on, get HBO Max or find somebody account, find a DVD, find it on demand or whatever. Watch the shit. Zendaya did that, and I am looking forward to season 2, okay? And no, I'm not going to review it. That's one of my shows that I sit there and I watch and I be like, damn, bitch, okay? So, and speaking of, I got to watch Lovecraft Country. I knew it was something I was missing this week. Damn, I'm gonna watch it while I'm at work tomorrow. But anyway, yes. So congratulations to them. Eddie Murphy won his first Emmy for when he was on Saturday Night Live. Recently, Dave Chappelle won his Emmys. And shaded the fuck out the Emmys. Okay. And I forget his name, but he played William on This Is Us. Him and his daughter won Emmys this past Sunday. So, Crazy Eyes, the lady that played Crazy Eyes on Orange is the New Black. I can't remember her name. It's right at the tip of my tongue. I remember as soon as I click off. And when I say I remember something as soon as I click off, literally as soon as I click off, I'll be like, damn bitch, there you go. I think it was for a role as Shirley Chisholm, So yeah. Congratulations to everyone. And Rick James is having a mini-series develop about him by his brother, who was also his manager at one point, called Brother's Keeper. I hope it's BET that's doing it. I really do. BET can be a lot of things, but BET got two things correct. BET got the New Edition story correct, and BET got the Bobby Brown story correct. And when I say correct, I mean they did that shit, okay? Meaning that the production, it was good, we was all into it and everything. So if they can keep up that, take it to BET and let them do their magic with that miniseries again, or yeah, BET, that can be good because everybody watches. But the last thing that I want to talk about, Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys put out a new album. This album that should have been out months ago, that she kept on pushing back and kept on releasing all these tired ass singles for. And after I've seen how many singles that she released and they either did something or barely did anything, should have known that the album wasn't going to be all that. And the fact that they kept on pushing it back. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Alicia Keys. I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan. I was a big fan of Alicia Keys when she first came out. Those first three albums, the best albums that she's ever done to me. Okay. Um Songs in A minor got me through some shit. I was young when that shit came out, and baby Ashley was going through something. I was dealing with my sexuality, dealing with a lot of stuff. Girl, listen, it got me through some shit. Okay, it really did. I loved her. I loved her. Plus, I thought she was family too. Okay? Truth be told, I still feel like that. And I feel as though she needs to probably get a little taste of vagina juice to loosen up her vocals again. Because I don't know what's going on. I'm listening to the album. And I should have knew that I was going to be disappointed. But I held out. I was like, girl, it probably going to be better than I expected. Because that's why they kept pushing it back. And, they went back into the lab. And, tweak this, tweak that, made it better here, made it better there. Girl, shit was boring as hell. And on certain parts, I couldn't tell whether or not she was singing or talk singing. She had some features on there. Like the songs with the features are the best songs on the album because of the features. And I truly feel, and I said this on my Instagram, I truly feel if you have features on your album, the feature should not outshine you on your own product, on your own song. Like, you could have literally took her off the songs and they would have been bomb. Like, the features was everything. And I'm just not understanding what's going on with Alicia Keys. And I don't understand this direction that she's going into with this album. It sounds like one long song. I think it's like 15 songs, 15, 14 songs. And it sounded like one long song. It did. But if you listen to the album, let me know how you felt about it. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to have enough to give y'all enough, but I talk a lot, so I spaced out it out. Anyway, you guys tell me how you feel about it. If it ain't up to the energy, girl, I told y'all I'm tired and I have a headache, girl, and this light is bothering me. So I did the best that I could. I talk about them applications, bitch. I am serious. Okay, listen. I'm trying to get a little boot thing on. Okay, a little buddy or something like. Let me stop. Hoeing myself out. I feel like a hoe sometimes. Anyway, no. It's time to cut the camera off. Anyway, because somebody probably gonna watch this and be like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm be like, listen, I can explain. It's just, I got a headache. Anyway, you guys tell me how you feel. Please be safe out there. Please wear your mask out there, okay? If you're going out there to protest, especially be safe, okay? And I will see you guys I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love after lockup. There you go. I was about to say I'll see y'all Sunday. I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? And you have a good one. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. Peace.